Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered, the podcast where we talk about mindsets. And guess what? I have guests back on the show. I'm sorry it took me so long to do so, but I decided to get out of my comfort zone, start inviting guests back on, and he said yes. So guess what? We got a guest tonight. But before we get him on, I'm going to introduce him, read his bio, then we're going to have an amazing conversation. My guest tonight is a gaming content creator, writer, variety streamer, podcast host, and lover of all things nerdy/blurdy. And with that, I'd like to introduce my guest for today, Husky Hokage. Welcome to the podcast. How are you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. I'm happy to be here. I'm feeling good.
Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. Well, we'll go ahead and jump into this. As rough as that start was, I'm picking the rust off these tires, so bear with me, listeners. But I'm dying to know because like I said earlier, before we started, I've been watching your content on TikTok for maybe a year or two. I don't know how long, but every time it pops in, I'm glued in listening to whatever topic, whatever question you're asking. So how did you get started in the content creation world?
So funny enough, I actually had an account before this one, before my current one, where I was doing just random stuff. Every now and again I'll speak. Sometimes I was doing little funny videos and things of that nature. But I didn't really delve into stuff I love, like gaming, anime, stuff like that. So I was like, I like doing this, but I want to start working on gaming stuff. And I didn't want to do everything on that page since I had already been doing stuff. So I decided to create a completely new page, start from the ground up. And that's what got me started. So one of the first things I did was, it was around the time when God of War Ragnarok was getting ready to come out. I had purchased the collector's edition. I think one of my first videos is me picking up the, or unboxing the collection or whatever. That's one of my first videos, but I love gaming. Always have been. Like I said, I love other stuff, anime and all the other stuff, things like that. But gaming has kind of always been there for me. So, and I get a chance to speak to people or talk to people who have played games that I haven't had, played games I haven't played, and get those shared experiences and have good conversations about, just everything else. That's kind of what made me want to get back or want to start or get in the gaming space as a content creator.
That's dope. As you were talking, a question popped in my head. When you went from your first channel to the gaming specific channel, was there any hesitation, or were you ready to get going and start that channel up?
No, not really. It was that, and cause I wasn't at first. Initially, it started as just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
I didn't have any real goals behind starting to do it. So I was like, you know what? Cause I stream from time to time. I'm not like, I have too much going on in my everyday life to stream. So, and I just being around watching, cause I've watched gaming podcasts. I've been watching and listening to gaming podcasts for like years and years. Yeah. Because once again, I care about the community. I care about stuff, and I play games. Listening to them. And I was like, another thing, I don't see, there isn't a lot of people that look like me in that, like that's in the gaming space as far as like the big time. Like you look at back when I used to look at the IGNs or the other places like that. And and kind of funny now, like I watch them from time to time. It's they have Paris, or they have Bless, and then they have another Paris on there from time to time. But it's like you don't see people that look like myself out there in those spaces a lot. So I was like, and that's vocal. So there was really no hesitation for me jumping in. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And like I said, it started out just me doing it, just talking about games, and now it kind of grew to where I'm at now, or whatever. So yeah.
Nice. Now, for the people who are not familiar, I'm going to have links in the podcast description. But outside of, I know you're from TikTok, but outside of TikTok, you said you stream a little bit. What else do you do creatively to that space?
Yeah, stream. I am also, like I said, I'm a podcast host myself. I have a podcast called Victory Road, a gaming podcast, where me and my cousin, we have discussions. We talk about, gaming content. We go over news, and then we have discussions. We bring on guests from time to time and, to spotlight them. But I do that. I write. I am fortunate enough. I just started back. I just wrote my first article in about 6-7 months, because so I write for a site called gamersocialclub.ca. We've actually, the site has been around for a couple of years, but it's grown a lot. There's a lot of people that do a lot of hard work that I don't really do. So shout out to them. They do an amazing job over there. And like I said, I took some time off because I was coaching. I'm also a coach. I coach my kids in sports, but I took some time off and just kind of got in the lull of like, I'm good. I'm not sure if I want to go back. I'm like, it's up in the air, but, played a couple of games and I was like, I don't know if anyone was covering them. So you know what? I reached out to the chief. I was like, hey, you mind if I do a couple of, he was like, no, go right ahead. Nice. And I ended up finished my first article or whatever. So I'm pretty sure I got to go. I'm not sure if it's been posted yet, but finished my first article on some demos I played for Steam Next Fest and like it felt good. So I'm like, you know what? I might jump back in because I was doing reviews. I was doing news. Last year alone, I reviewed like Avowed for our site. I reviewed MLB The Show, college football, and some other games as well. I picked up and got a chance to review last year. And like I said, I've been doing that for about 2.5, almost 3 years as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I do that. And like I said, other than outside of creating content and writing and doing that, like I said, I do, like I said, my kids, I have 3 boys, and man, they take up a lot of my time.
Job. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's crazy that you mentioned writing. I used to want to write for gaming sites back when I was in college, and I was heavy into, I'm not even going to say the name of that website, but there's a website that I would go to every day. And then there you had Joystick, and then I forgot the other one, IGN, GameStop or GameSpot. Like all of those different variations on what I wanted to do. But like you said, nobody in those positions looked like me. So it was like, I was telling myself, I was like, I can't do that. There's no room for us. But then there was one guy, I forgot his name. I think it was Guy Kroll. I don't know if he's still doing stuff, but he just randomly popped in my head. I was like, I wonder if he's still making gaming content. Because he was a one guy that I was like, all right, he's doing it. There's room for us. But there's always room for us. Even if we got to make our own lane. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
So with that, we talk about mindsets on this podcast a lot. In regards to your current output and in regards to what you want to do in the future, what does your mindset look like when it comes to creating content?
Well, first off, it's been just I do want to continue to grow my channel. I have a goal in mind. It's like I'm not trying to reach. I want to at least get to 10K. I'm trying to get there. Right, my next goal right now is my goal is to maybe by June, July, I want to be at least 5,000. So I'm headed there. But my goal is growth and growing a consistent community. That's big. Like I'm not one of those guys. I don't need to go viral. I don't necessarily want to go viral. That's, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's go bring a plethora of folks, I don't necessarily want to go viral. But my goal is to build a consistent, good community on TikTok, YouTube, because I've been focusing on YouTube a lot. I'm still doing a post on Instagram and stuff like that. But that's my goal. To grow my channel and build a community. Like I want a good community where, when I do have my lives, like on Wednesdays now, I do a live, it's a discussion live. I call it, the name of it is called Listen Gaming Discussions with the Husky Hokage. So on Wednesdays, I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on TikTok and I have my prompts and I start talking. Then about 20 minutes in, I'll start allowing people to come up on the panel and we just talk about different things, any topics that come up. We have fun and stuff like that. So, and I want to continue building a community where, we can talk about games in a constructive way. Like if you don't like something about a game, you're able to voice that, what I'm saying, get people to start being able to articulate the reasons why they don't like games. Cause it's a lot of talk about like just in general, like online, where you see a lot of toxic people. Not to call them toxic people that come on here and just they voice or games like this, or I don't like this type of game, and you ask them why. Well, I just don't such and such, or like it's one guy he blew up, and one of my biggest things I started this year with, like if I stitch somebody that's speaking negative or has something that's just outlandish and I'm stitching them, I don't stitch them. I don't tag them because I don't like to draw attention to negative things or negative like topics like that. Where it was a guy that I video, did a clip of his video about him saying story mode gamers are trash.
Remember that?
And it's like, but then he just dropped somebody sent me a video he dropped the other day or a couple of weeks ago where he was talking about, man, you see, y'all, if you like story mode games, you got some issues. You like to be by yourself, and that's why you can't say. I'm listening. I'm looking at him, and I'm listening to the video. It's just sounding dumb and dumber. Like I don't like to call nobody stupid.
Right.
You can do stupid things, but I don't like to call somebody like you, like a person stupid. I may call you an idiot, but he was being stupid.
Yes.
Because his logic or whatever he was trying to do or make sense of was not making sense. He was talking about and if you're not playing competitive games, what are you doing? Like, bruh. And it's my thing is that's one of my big things that I had to grow into as well. Like I haven't always had the mindset I have when it comes to games. I grew, and I thank God for that. For me, as you go older, you're supposed to grow, you're supposed to change, get a little wiser, things of that nature. So I don't believe in you have to be a set or a certain type of gamer. If all you play is Madden and 2K and you enjoy that, by all means, you do that. There's nothing wrong with it. If all you play is Call of Duty and all other shooters, you do that. Have fun. My only issue is that's all you play, and then you get on the internet and now you're saying that there's nothing to play because that's all you play. That's why I have a problem at. But
exactly.
That's the only thing. But man, like I enjoy talking about games, and like I said, I want to continue to grow my community. I have a lot of people now that when they see me, like it's a lot of people that associate us with, not us, but like me. And I have met a lot of cool mutuals, me, Afro, some other people, like just a bunch of other folks as well that I've gotten to know. And like, if they see me live, they're going to jump in, or like if I'm streaming something, they'll jump in just in the comments. And I'm thankful for that because I look at myself, I'm nobody. I'm outside of the name, you see the moniker or whatever. Like I'm nobody. Like I'm a dad and a husband, and that's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So no matter if it's 3,000 or 300,000, I'm going to be the same person because I believe in, I'm as humble. I'll say it. I'm as humble as they come. Like no matter where I get to, I believe hard work is what takes you where you want to go. And that's my goal this year, is to work hard, because I'm giving myself to the end of the year. And if I'm not where I want to be, I may pull back from content creating or short form at least. Because I'm speaking of, said I got 3 kids. I lied. Yeah. We got a baby on the way. So, God. Yeah. So we got a little girl on the way. So I'm, like I said, with going from 3 to 4 and other thing, like I coach and stuff like that. And I want to make sure I have the time and all this stuff. So I'm giving myself to the end of the year. If I'm not where I want, as far as growth wise, I may start pulling back. I'm not saying it's going to be forever, but I may start pulling back or whatever, what have you. But like I said, continue to grow my community positively. Like I hate rage bait. So I try my best not to rage bait.
Agreed.
I like to have conversations. Like that's why most of my stuff, I'll ask a question. I'm asking a question as to, and I give what I'm thinking. And then, you know what I'm saying, I may give you some facts, and I'll say, okay, well, this is how I feel, or this is my side, or this is what I'm thinking. I try to do that to not cause some type of rage bait. I do, what I'm saying, people try to do that to get engagement and stuff like that. Like we can do that. I believe we can do it without baiting people or, doing this, hot take. Now, granted, some of my takes I've had a couple, like I think one of the last ones I did that was, I consider a hot take, and some people is, what it was, your gaming opinion is not your opinion. And I went into it, explain why. It's because a lot of people nowadays, like you watch these YouTube videos, or you watch streamers, or you do something like that. A lot of you'll take what they said about a game and run with it.
Right.
A lot of people don't go and play the games themselves to see if they actually like the game. You go take what this man said as gold and think that's what it is, when if you actually tried the game, you may actually enjoy that.
Exactly. I love that everything that you're saying, because there was a while there I used to stream heavy on Twitch a couple years ago, and the thing that I started realizing is anytime that I said that I liked something, not anytime, but there'd be a large majority of times where I was like, man, I love Apex Legends. There was always somebody who was like, the game is trash. And I'm like, what do you want me to do with that information? Like, this is not pushing the conversation forward. You're just telling me you hate something. I don't need to know that. Like, unless it came with some, like, I don't like the game because of X, Y, and Z. It's never that. It's always, I hate it.
Yeah. And that's fine. Like, if you can articulate to me or tell me or explain to me why you don't like something. So if I tell you I hate chocolate ice cream, and then you're like, well, why? I just hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like, but you're not telling, did you try it?
Yeah.
Like this such and such? Like, granted, I don't like chocolate ice cream, but it's just the taste. I don't like, it's too much chocolate. Like, I don't like like a chocolate cake. It can't be just chocolate on top of chocolate. I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. So it's just the taste of it. Like, I can do a little chocolate. I just can't do all of that. And, I can tell you why. But if I'm just saying I hate something just to say I hate it, like, yes. And I'm a big believer of everything is not made for you.
Right.
Everything is not, you're not going to like everything, and you need to be okay with that.
Exactly.
Like, so if I don't like something, or if I don't like a certain game, you will never hear me trash that game.
Right.
Even if I've played that game, I'm not going to sit up here and trash that game.
Yeah.
Even if, like, I may trash somebody on the game or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like, I've had my feel of certain folks on Arc Raiders, but like,
oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? Yes.
But like, I'm not going to trash the game because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because once again, everything's not made for me. And if I don't like something, and I'll say it's not for me. Like, I've tried certain games. Like, I'm not big on Souls likes. Like, I've tried Sekiro a few times, and I was like, I kept getting stuck, kept running. It's like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good for right now.
I'm not playing this.
I'm good. And people ask, hey, you tried this? I said, yes, I tried it. It wasn't for me. I couldn't vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was too tough. Maybe I ain't got the right focus to try to pattern watch and catch all the patterns. Look, listen, I got a limited amount of time that I play games. Most times, if I'm tired, I'm doing something, I come home, I want to sit and play something. I may play a little bit of this, play a little bit of that. I'm going to jump into story mode, enjoy some story games or something like that. I play some college football, maybe even play a shooter or something. But I ain't got time for no Souls. Like, the only one I'll play on, like, I'm going to play are the Star Wars. The Star Wars Fallen Order, Star Wars Survivor.
Yeah.
Those
are fun.
I love those. Yeah. And it could be because it's Star Wars, but I love it either way. So I'm playing them regardless. So yeah.
I hear you. I did not play any Souls game. I played the first one. I guess the first official one was Demon Souls. I had a buddy who he was playing it, and I'm watching him die and die and die. I was like, yo, what is this bullshit? And he's like, it's so good. And I was like, fuck that. Flash forward, when Bloodborne came out, I could not stop playing that game. And I was like,
that's awesome.
I don't know what the difference is between the two, but like, that's the first one that got me. And then ever since then, I kept Elden Ring and Sekiro. And what was the other one I played? I wanted to play Neo. I never got into that one, but I never tried to convince people that they should like it. I was like, oh, I get it. Like, you don't like this shit? 100% understood. But there's a certain amount of people out there that's like, oh, you don't like Elden Ring? You're not a real gamer. What does that mean? What are you talking about?
I can say the same thing. If you haven't played a $100 JRPG, you're not a real gamer.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can say, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't beat Mario, you ain't a real gamer. It's like, huh?
Exactly. If you ain't played that $5 indie game that was that was on sale this week and nobody knew about, you not a real gamer. Like,
you're not real.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah. And I think what finally, it took me a while, but when I realized I didn't care what other, like, if you say that I'm not a real gamer because of this, like, it don't matter. Like, I don't care. Like, it's not, we're just not going to talk about that or talk at all. You choose, but.
Exactly. It does not. And once again, that's why I do my best in my community or in my space or when I'm talking to not judge gamers themselves. Now, I like to say, I get it. You know, you can have an issue with a certain game or a certain company or whatever, but I'm not gonna, just cause you like to play, like I said, just cause you like to play a certain thing, it's not my job to, like I say, to yuck your yum.
Exactly.
It is not my job to yuck, just because you like that and I don't like it. It's not my job to make you feel bad for liking what you like.
Right.
Like that's, and I really dislike people that do that. Same. You're trying to, you're basically that's what it is. You're mad because they're enjoying the game. So you trying to tear it down, or you trying to make them feel bad because they like that game. Listen, I don't care exactly. I don't care if you like to play those smutty games that be on Steam, that what I'm calling. If you want to play them and you enjoy them, hey, have fun. I'm not, it's not my job. It's not my job to kink shame. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you like, that's cool. You enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So it really bothers me, grinds my gears that people try to yuck someone else's yum, man. Like, let people have fun. If they're not harming you, it's not harming you
at all.
If they're playing their games and they're in a little corner, that's why, like, I don't blatantly attack people that only play ball and gun. You know, they call them ball and gun gamers. Exactly. I'm not for to attack you because that's what you like to play. Like I said, just don't get on here attacking me, talking about some, you know what I'm saying, like, listen, if that's all you play, that's all you play. But don't come over here talking crazy.
And please don't. That's funny. All right, let's switch gears. Before we do, I want to say I appreciate that you are building this space for like-minded people, because there was a time where I didn't think gaming was going to have any like positive spaces. It was all negative. It was all rage baiting shit. But I'm starting to see more creators like you. And you mentioned Afro. I'm actually going to have him on next week.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Because I saw something he did and I was like, oh shit, yep, follow instantly. Like, I enjoy seeing people being happy and excited and talking life into video games, because it's a dope ass space to be in. Like, there's so many different variations, so many different genres. You don't have to like everything, but you understand what it is to pick up a controller, play a game, and get immersed into it. And I think that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Yep.
But switching gears, lessons learned. I'm sure you have a few, but hit me with your top lesson that you learned because you started creating content.
You can listen. I'm trying to see the best way to put this, because you're gonna get people that either don't like your content or don't like you or just don't like the topic you're talking about or what have you. So it's like somebody's gonna give you something or tell you something you don't like. And it may be about you, it may be about your content. You have to be, as a content creator, especially someone like me, like I'm still growing, I don't have the biggest fall. So feedback, you have to be willing to take feedback. Sometimes it's going to come from a good place. Sometimes it's going to come from a bad place. You have to be able to decipher what to take in and what not to allow you to beat yourself up. Because you'll run into stuff with somebody, like you may get a comment on something and it may just be like, all right, okay. Like it may, you know what I'm saying? It may upset you or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And that's another thing. I know they say don't, people tell you not to read the comments. I do my best not to. Something would depend on what I'm looking at. Like I'm in the mode now where I'm trying to respond to comment. And my goal is to, even if it's a negative comment, I try to respond to it as positive as possible.
Yes.
But you have to be able to, receive feedback, receive constructive criticism. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes that criticism will come from somebody leaving a negative comment about something. Hey man, you such and such as what you're talking about, such and such. Okay. Or they may make a point. What you're talking about, like you could have said something in your video and they could have came back and made an actual point with some facts. And just because of how they said it. So it's like, you know what? I got to look, okay, you know what? Maybe they right. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's not too disrespectful, I'll read it and I'll reply, hey, appreciate it. Thank you for pointing it out, whatever the case may be. Sometimes I'll do a couple videos I've done recently, like I'll do something and somebody come in and they'll say something. Like most time I already know. Like I had a video I did the other day about Wolverine and Phantom Blade dropping like within a week of each other. Yep. And I made a video about it, and so many people, I was just asking a question and asking one of the questions, and somebody, some people would comment to the question doing it. Had one guy, he was just, being helpful, trying to spread information. And I just, took it, received it or whatever. Cause I most, what he said, everything he said and what he wrote me, I already knew. I was just really, I was asking the question to, once again, get engagement, stuff like that. It wasn't a bad question. It was just, I was asking them, in the video, like, hey, man, Sona, PlayStation, what you doing? And everybody kind of, man, yeah, PlayStation don't own such and such. I do know that, LA. Right? I'm just letting you know, I know that, but I'm asking this for conversation purposes. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, so whenever somebody takes the time to not send me, but give me some information or share the information or shed some light on it, I'm going to do my best to receive it and take what I need from it and roll with it, and not get to the point, not let it get too personal or let it affect me to a certain extent where I'm just, or I'm not going to get mad at them for whatever. So,
did I freeze up?
Can you still see me? Did I freeze?
Whoa, is it me?
Yeah.
It was crazy. My internet paused. It was like, nah, you're done.
I didn't know if that was me or if that was you. Okay.
That was me. Damn, that was crazy. But when you left off, you were saying you try not to let that feedback to affect you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to let everything affect me when somebody's giving me giving me information or giving me advice or whatever. Cause like I said, sometimes the information's cause I've asked, I reached out to one of the bigger, he's a big creator, but he's really cool, mindful gamer. Okay. Ask for some feedback just on some of my stuff, cause I'm trying to help grow myself, grow my account and everything. He sent me some stuff that I was like, change. Hey, look at this, look at that, whatever, try to do this, things like this. What is your goal? What is this? So he was like, trying to help me to grow my channel. And I have to, I asked for this help. I have to listen to what he's saying and, try to apply that or what have you. So,
that's dope.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's another content creator I want to get on here one day. I've been watching his stuff for a while back. Yeah. I don't know if he does, he used to be on the camera all the time. I don't know if he's been doing that lately, but his arc raiders.
He did switch to his arc raiders was, I love his arc raiders, but yeah.
So good. But yeah, I'm gonna reach out to him these days and we need to have a conversation, sir. All right. Words of advice. If you had to give, or if you had the opportunity to give a piece of advice to a creator, and I'll let you decide if it's someone who's just starting or if it's someone who's been doing it for a while, what would that piece of advice be?
Post the content. And that it goes up as someone who's in the gaming space. A lot of times I'll have similar ideas to other people. Like I was watching Ronell the other day, 8-Bit Closed Fist. He had a video and I was doing the same video or similar video. So it's like, and I tell people all the time, man, just cause you see somebody in that same space posting the content, your voice is unique to you. Your opinion is unique to you. Post it. Please. And I have to fight. And listen, I tell people that. I have to tell myself that. I have to fight through that as well. Cause I'm like, you know what? Dang it, Ronell done posted it. God dog it on. I ain't gonna do this. Or Afro done posted this. Let me not do this. No, post it. You took the time to record it. You already had the idea. Your opinion is not their opinion. Your voice is not their voice. Mm-hmm. People, let's do it. And I'm some that we become pretty close friends or pretty good friends. His name is Clarkson Rex. He runs a podcast called Chillin' in the Party. There's a couple of them, but me and Clark was talking one night and he was just describing his timeline. He was like he was calling the Black Council of Gamers. And he was like, when something go down, I come on my timeline and look for y'all because y'all may be talking about the same thing, but you guys may have different opinions or you may add something the other person adds. So that's why, and one of the reasons that's what he was like, just what you were saying. And it kind of just reassured me of my thought of your voice is unique, post the content. You know what I'm saying? So it really resonated and real like, you know what? So what you've been saying is correct. Continue to post your content, regardless of whoever else is doing it. Keep posting your content, man. And I really matter of fact, I was doing my live last night and a guy, one of my followers, he's been following me since I can remember, for the longest I can remember. His name on TikTok bans Black Voices, but he popped in my live last night. And he actually decided to come up. He came up or whatever. And he was just once again, you never know what you mean to people or what people like. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, bruh, I just came up here to give you your flowers because I love what you do, and I've been following you since such and such, and I love your content, man. Like me and you, we've talked from time because he'll message me from time to time. We talk stuff like that, man. But once again, homeless can be stuff like that.
Yeah,
like outside of some, even if my kids tell me something like that, I'm gonna get a little emotional. But but like just hearing that from somebody I've never met, never seen, you know what I'm saying, don't know personally, but hearing that from somebody, it makes you feel good because you get every day in this world, every day on this, especially on the internet, every day you run into or hear the negative. You see the negative. The times that we in right now, it's like all you see is something negative, something just terrible or whatever the case may be. So when you do get someone to give you your flowers or give you a compliment, like a genuine compliment, and especially for something that you do that's considered a hobby, I don't get paid for this, not yet. One day,
not yet.
We getting there. We gonna work. We gonna listen. We getting there. But
that's right.
But for something you do as a hobby, and because it's something I do with love, and to know it resonates with somebody enjoys this. People look for me. People know. Once again, I've been to a couple of cons and stuff, like for people to recognize me or know me. Hey, you such and such, and it's like,
it's like me.
You know what I mean?
You know what
I mean? Like, so it makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed to be able to do this. I'm thankful for, a lot of stuff that like my wife and my kids, they kind of know now and they see. And like I say, granted, I'm not as big as I would like to be. I'm not super big yet. It's coming though.
It's coming.
But the fact that my wife gives me the time, like to go to these cons and do other stuff, or just be out here on recording. Like tomorrow, like I said, I got a podcast episode tomorrow. I got like 2 shows I got to do Saturday. Like I got so much. You know what I'm saying? For people to give me for my family to give me that time, or to share me or allow me to be out here and do this. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all this stuff, and just to be once again. Not where I want to be, but I'm thankful for where I am.
Exactly.
Because I could be posting videos and nobody sees them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So for the people that do watch my stuff and do see me, I don't know if they ever see this, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time. Listen, I appreciate it. And like I said, because you did freeze up a little bit, but I can still hear you. Well, I could hear you.
Man, I think my internet's trying to sabotage, bro. Damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. All right, this is what I was gonna say. The attitude that you have towards the love that you're receiving now, and the communities you're bringing, take it from an old head, like seeing people move through this space. I think you are in line for good stuff because you are gracious for what you have now. And I think people can see that. I think one of the reasons why I gravitated towards you on TikTok is because, again, you were having conversations that I was having with my brother or having with like close friends offline and not seeing it online. And to see it online and see other people in those comments like, yo, I resonate with this. Like, that's huge. I think
I appreciate
for some reason, the norm is to bash things, to be negative. But I think the more that we put that positivity out there and show love for the things that we love, that's just infectious. Like people are going to gravitate towards and be like, you know what? I do love this game and I'm not even going to hide it. Yes, this game's amazing. And this is why I want more content like that. That's why I started my coaching business, Rating and Reflection, because I want people to talk about the joy in their life. Like it's so much for me anyways. I know some people get off on like bad stuff, but like when people are being joyful about whatever it is, I watched some dude, and he's a gamer. All he plays is Animal Crossing, but he does everything on his island. Like, it's all decked out and customized. I was like, I would never do that, but that's amazing. Like, I love that you love that. So appreciate the work that you're doing. Keep it up. I can't wait to see where your channel goes. And with that, I want you, before the internet shoots my connection down again, it's call to action. Let the people know where they can find you. If you have anything coming up, the floor is yours. Go ahead and brag about yourself for a little bit.
First off, man, thank you, Jermaine, so much for just giving me the opportunity to come on your platform and just share some of my, share me. I really appreciate it. Once again, like I said, I appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? I still, when people invite me somewhere or ask me, yeah, I come.
Same,
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, exactly. But I'm the Husky Hokage everywhere. You can catch me over right now. My main platform is TikTok, so you can definitely catch me over there for my videos, man. Also, YouTube growing. I got my podcast. Usually it's on Thursdays, but like I said, tomorrow we'll be live around 7:30 over on YouTube under the Husky Hokage. PM gotcha. Central Time.
Okay.
Central Standard Time PM. And we'll be talking about the Pokemon. Pokemon Day Presents. It'll be over on my YouTube channel on the Husky Hokage or my Twitch channel under the same name. We'll be live over there on both of those channels at the same time. And like I said, we'll be doing that. I have an interview with Afro.
Nice.
Man, we've been on I've been on his podcast before. Yeah. He's been on mine, but it's just me and him tomorrow. On Saturday. So I'll be live with him, I think at 12 on Saturday. Then I have then I'm being interviewed by somebody else after that. And like I said, my show, Vicky Road, the Gaming Podcast, is on Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Like I said, on YouTube under the Husky Hokage. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to start back writing as well. So you can catch my articles. The website I write for, we actually just got credited with Metacritic. So like our reviews are now on Metacritic as well. So reviews, stuff like that. So once again, and shout out to them for everybody that works or that does everything over at Gaming Social Club. Y'all are amazing. But you can catch me some start back writing some stuff over there. So like, just look for my writing and stuff like that. And I got other stuff. You can go check my portfolio over there on the website. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, I will have links to everything that you just mentioned. As long as I think I have all those links in the description of this show. And if you haven't already shared this podcast with someone you know who's a creator, I created this podcast because, again, I love joy. And as a Black content creator, there a lot of us out there, but there's not enough. I want to control our narrative. I want to show the joy that we have in us. So if you know anybody like that, please share the podcast with them. We do this every week. It goes live on Tuesdays. I'm doing it for almost 3 years and I haven't missed a week yet. So one of these days I'll talk more about consistency. But as Husky said earlier, if you have something you want to do, if there is a piece of content you want to put up, fuck if anybody else already did it, just put that content up. Please, we need it. Other than that, Husky, thank you so much for this episode. I love doing this because I get to not only am I a fan of your content, I get to ask you questions and hear you talk about the things that you're passionate about. Win-win for me. I can't complain. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You had to return a favor, man. So we had to get you on Victor Road.
Please,
so
I'll be there.
Don't
ask me anything about Pokemon though. I'll be like, Squirtle and Pikachu. That's it. And Ash. And Team Rocket.
That's fine.
I know a little bit.
You know a little bit. It's cool. We can work with that. We can definitely work with that.
That's funny. But other than that, thank y'all for listening. I appreciate it. And as always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.